I have to be perfectly honest with you all. I'm not big on comic books themselves. I've read some. Yes, I even had all 24 issues of Marvel's Godzilla series from the late 70s, plus a handful of Fantastic Four comics and one of the Sin City graphic novels. But for the most part, I am a movie and TV kind of guy. When the pre-hype started building over a new Deadpool movie, I honestly wasn't too fazed. Then the movie came out, and I watched it. Wow. It's like I created my own superhero franchise in a lab. Here's your damn rant show, folks. Greetings and welcome to Film Rants. I'm your host, E. Adam Thomas, voted by fans as most likely to confuse a burrito with a chimichanga. Tonight, we're looking at one of the most out-of-left-field Cinderella stories in recent film history, Deadpool. Released last year by 20th Century Fox, Deadpool enters the periphery of the Marvel Cinematic Universe alongside X-Men as two of the MCU's only non-Disney properties. This R-rated film tells the tale of Wade Wilson, a lovable asshole who makes his living roughing up stalkers and other ne'er-do-wells, justifying it by saying he's no hero, he just goes after people that are worse than he is. Sort of like if Batman was a sweat hog from Welcome Back Kotter. You do remember that show, right? Oh, probably not. Never mind. Anyway, as fate would have it, he meets the dysfunctional hooker of his dreams and is ironically on the fast track to happily ever afterville when it's suddenly discovered that he's carrying more cancer cells than Hiroshima at Christmas time in 1945. Hey, if you're gonna do a cancer joke, go big, right? Okay? Anyway, the prognosis is completely suckified to the max, dude. To the max, dude? Really? Who's my script editor, anyway? Oh, that explains it. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, it's terminal everything-anoma, and a distraught Wade cannot bear the thought of dragging the love of his life down the tubes with him, so he disappears into the night. He ends up volunteering for what he thinks is an experimental program to make superheroes, after being told their process could cure cancer. Turns out to be the Craigslist of mutant factories, though, and he's injected with weird shit and tortured. He ends up cancer-free, with super strength and healing properties that would even leave Wolverine, Buffy, and Godzilla going, "What the fuck, dude?" Unfortunately, well, he also kind of looks like, it's kind of hard to explain.
You look like Freddy Krueger face fuck a topographical map of Utah.
Okay, sure, that'll work. Why not? So now he's cancer-free and he's afraid he's too fugly to be with his girl. Are you smoking? Oh well. Anyway, naturally he becomes Deadpool, a mercenary superhero in a red suit who says fuck a lot. What's not to like, right? In fact, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. It is awesome. It's one of those rare films that appeals to virtually all of the senses. Strong, relatable characters, fantastic special effects, action, pathos, humor. It wins on all of these points. On the Rantometer, Artistic gets a 4.5. The film just looks amazing and the script is beautifully handled. Coolness gets a 5. This film is destined to attain cult status on the level of Ghostbusters or Animal House. Originality gets a 4.5 again. Even though Deadpool is an established property, everything just feels fresh, and it's certainly a unique in mood from any of the other Marvel or DC films. Suckitude gets nada, nothing. Nothing sucks about this movie. Not at all. So then you may ask, what is there to rant about, Adam? Why are you doing a rant about a show that everybody loves, including yourself, and is so awesome? The fans like it, the critics like it, I like it, what the fuck, right? Well, strap yourself in, tighten your shorts, and get ready to sing like the Duke, pilgrims. Whatever that means. It's because this is going to be a bumpy ride. I don't want a sequel. Okay? No sequel. This movie was too fucking good. A sequel will more than likely taint the sauce and poison the cinematic water table, unless it really, really picks up the gauntlet from where it left off and swings true. How many times in our lives have we seen a really amazing film get followed 2 or 3 years later by an irredeemable hunk of watery narwhal shit? Okay? Even worse, let's take a look at the Ghostbusters. Okay? The original Ghostbusters was an iconic piece of cinema. The gags, the effects, the comic timing, every aspect of this movie was on point. A true work of art. Ghostbusters 2, by comparison, sucked harder than the black hole gravity well between Kim Kardashian's butt cheeks. And again, by comparison, the new Ghostbusters movie was also a horrible piece of shit. But now let's pretend for a moment that the first Ghostbusters movie never existed. Was Ghostbusters 2 really that bad? The honest answer is no. It was no masterpiece, not by any stretch of the imagination, but as a standalone film, it was not that bad. And that's the point. Ghostbusters 2 was an okay film. But as a follow-up to Ghostbusters 1, it was a dismal failure, and it tainted the success of Ghostbusters 1 by association. The new Ghostbusters movie, again, is not too bad, especially compared to some of the other diseased shit boogers that Hollywood's been sneezing out lately. But as a Ghostbusters movie, it is really a festering disappointment. Look, I realize that for you Deadpool fans out there, the idea of only one movie is unbelievably abhorrent to you. But then, us Batman fans who were all excited when Tim Burton signed up with Michael Keaton to do a sequel to Batman can attest that the best way to destroy a franchise is sometimes to create a franchise. Let's face it. More than 75% of the time when a major film is this well liked and successful, it gets a sequel, and the studio ends up micromanaging the sequel into a festering pile of detached necrotic foreskins. Yes, there are exceptions, such as Wrath of Khan or Empire Strikes Back, but they are so fucking few and far between, it's almost not even worth it. Yes, I know there are exceptions, but they usually occur when the plan is for a specific series of films, like the Harry Potter movies or the Hunger Games films. Given how erratic in quality and watchability most of the X-Men and Avengers films have been, I almost would rather see Deadpool just merged into one of the other franchises, or hell, just give him a TV sitcom. Do something like The Odd Couple, but with Deadpool and Captain America. Have William Catt, the greatest American hero, play their grumpy landlord, and Adam West can be somebody's grandpa or something. I don't know. Just know that if they go and make a sequel and it sucks, then Ryan Reynolds can gently cup an ocelot's ballsack with his face as far as I'm concerned. That being said, next time on Film Rants, the other half of what was going to be a double episode, but I decided these two films were too good to rush out half rants on each of them. So watch for my review of Star Trek Beyond coming up soon. Don't forget that there's plenty more That Damn Rancho on the way too. If anything I have said today upsets you in some way, good. If you agree with everything I said, awesome. Either way, let me know by commenting on this video, looking up That Damn Rancho or Angry Men Reviews on Facebook, emailing me, finding me on Twitter, whatever. I really want to hear from you, especially if I pissed you off. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in, and feel free to let me know if there are any films, new or old, that you would like to see me take on. See you next time with maximum effort. Right? Right? Usually you can't stop him talking.
Angry Men Reviews. Many fucks said, no fucks given.